welcome to the Bedford Area Chamber of Commerce Chamber Vibes podcast. I'm back this week. I missed last week because I was visiting the Forest Leads group.
I know. I can't believe I've missed Kayla over the past couple of weeks. She keeps getting stolen away by the Forest Leads group. I don't know why they like you so much.
I don't either. I keep telling Bill they're going to have to change their time, or we're going to have to change the podcast time if I'm going to keep going over there. I love doing the podcast every week, so I hate when I have to miss it. But the Leads group is also really nice too. I just wish they were at different times. But so we have a couple of guests with us here today, and we're going to get to them in just 1 second. But I want to mention something really exciting that we have coming up tomorrow. We're opening the registration for our business expo, and we're really excited to bring it back with a little bit of a new twist and some different things. So, Foster, do you want to talk a little bit about it?
Yeah. Kayla looked at me and said we had something really exciting. I'm like thinking, what are we doing? But yeah, we have we are opening registration for the business expo, which I do in quotes because it used to be that the chamber had like business expo all caps, and now I think this year we've revamped it quite a bit, and it's something that's a little bit more for everybody, can give you more of a comprehensive taste of Bedford, and what all makes our community what it is. I'm really excited. I don't know how much I want to tell you guys, but I think it'll be a great community event. I hope it'll be family friendly. I hope that everybody will get some really, really great connections out of it, because that's what an event like a business expo really is about. It's not only to showcase what you do and who you are, but also to make a lot of connections, not only business to business, but with people that are working and living in Bedford. Because there's a lot of great things to be found. I think everybody always talks about how nice people in Bedford are. Well, they are. Don't be afraid to talk to them. An event like this brings us all together. So yeah, I'm really excited. You guys should really keep an eye out on our social media and sign up for our newsletter at the end of the week if you haven't already, because I am going to be putting so much great information in there, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, so all of that is going to go out tomorrow. The newsletters go out on Friday, but we're opening registration tomorrow. So Foster will make some social media posts about it, and you'll be able to see it on our website under the event tab and get all of the information, the registration, and all of that. We will do early bird registration, so you want to go ahead and take a look at it tomorrow as soon as it goes live to make sure you don't miss that. And then another thing that we have going on pretty soon is our annual Align Before 9 at Bedford Baptist Church. So that's going to be on Tuesday, June 13th at 8 a.m. This is a networking that we do every single year with the church. They always have really great breakfast and networking and fellowship and everything. So that'll be a really exciting one. You don't have to RSVP or get tickets or anything like that. You can just come and hang out with us and meet some new people.
It's free and open to the public, like all of our networking events are. This is for everybody in our community. Come on out. Even if you don't think you know anybody, first of all, bring a friend. Bring a friend, because it's always more fun with a friend. But if you don't know anybody, well, you know us. We're talking in your ear holes. We're your friend.
That is true. So that's going to be June 13th at 8 o'clock at Bedford Baptist Church. We also have a few more networking and things like that coming up in the end of June and beginning of July. So we'll mention those as we get a little bit closer. But I want to go ahead and get started on the interview section of this morning's show, just because we talked a little bit about some of these things right before we started recording, and it's really fun and exciting. So I want to go ahead and get to it. So I'll let Foster go ahead and introduce our guests, and we'll get started with that portion.
Oh, yes, we have two very beloved guests with us. I'd like to introduce Susan and Lauren from the Bauer Center for the Arts. Welcome and good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, we're really excited to be here.
Awesome. Well, before we get started, I'm going to ask Adriel a question. Can you give me a little bit about both of your backgrounds and some background about the Bauer Center?
Sure. So I'm Susan Martin, and I'm the executive director at the Bauer Center. I've been there as the executive director for a little over 4 years, been involved with the Bauer Center for 10 plus years, both on the board and now as a staff. My background is in nonprofit management. I was with the Chamber of Commerce for 12 years prior to coming to the Bauer Center. So I love this community. I love working in it, living in it, and I think it's amazing. And look forward to folks getting out and experiencing not only what all our businesses have, but our organizations like the Bauer Center as well.
My name is Lauren Kennedy. I graduated from Liberty University in 2021 with a degree in youth ministry. After that, I did an internship at a nonprofit Christian ministry in Brunswick, Georgia. And then I was a substitute teacher for a year. Then I was a lead camp counselor at a camp that I did a lot in college. And then I moved here because my now fiance lives in the area. And so I moved over here, lived in Lynchburg, and was a bank teller at Truist. And about 3 weeks ago, I started my job at the Bauer Center as a new program coordinator. So I'm really excited to be here. I'm really grateful for the opportunity.
Awesome. Well, it's so cool to hear both of your backstories because I grew up with Susan's kids, so I feel like I know. Yeah,
I don't feel old.
No, I don't mean to do that, but I know just a lot about you and like just what you do and being involved with the chamber. But Lauren, it's cool to hear like what you've been doing and jumping around with. Sounds like you've done a lot with like what has led up to your now position. I know you're super new, but it's great to have another edition at the Bauer Center. You guys always need more help, I feel
Absolutely.
like. Yeah. As with most organizations in our community, we always need somebody else to come in and bring new ideas and fresh blood. So, yeah. So, I'm now just like thinking I want to ask you a lot of questions, but I don't want to put you on the spot. You're so new. But can you tell us a little bit, what you've liked about the Bauer Center over the past 3 weeks and what you're looking forward to?
Yeah, so I think just for starters, that the Bauer Center really just took a chance on me. I'm 23 years old. This, I think in my head, I would consider as like my first big job, And so when I interviewed, when I applied, I was like, there's no way. Like, I have no relative experience. Like, I had the degree, but like, how post-grad is. It's like, just because you have a degree doesn't mean you can compare to someone who has 10, 15, even 5 years of experience in that field. So I was like, there's just no way. And then I got a call from Susan, and then I got another interview. And then they were like, okay, we're going to let you know in a little bit. And in that time, I was working at Truist. And I just knew that Truist just was not where my heart was. I wanted to work in a nonprofit. I wanted to work with the Bauer Center, especially after I did the interview and got to know more and more about the position and what they do. I was like, that's where I have to be. I was like, I have to get this job. Like, I have to work for them. And so I think the biggest thing is that they decided to take a chance on someone like me, which is really, I feel like really blessed about that. So that's my biggest thing. And also that it's new every day. Like, I've had a lot of jobs where it's like the same thing every single day, and that can get really mundane. It's predictable and it's kind of easy-ish, but it's very mundane and it's not really what I wanted to do. So to come in and be like, what's going to happen today? Like, that's really fun and really exciting. So I've absolutely loved my last 3 weeks.
Awesome.
We can relate to that.
We're really fortunate too because the position is kind of new. It's a program coordinator position and it's a full-time position, which is also new for the Bauer Center as we're growing and adding more full-time opportunities. And the position that grew out of what was known as our education and outreach coordinator, which was a part-time position. So we were very excited to bring Lauren on because she's going to actually be kind of building this position as she goes along. We gave her the basics and what the roles and responsibilities, but because it's a brand new position to the organization, we needed the right person that could come in and really make it their own. So we're very excited to have her on board.
I think that's awesome. And Foster and I joke pretty much every single day how it's the same. We come in and we're like, what are we going to get into today?
And that's nonprofit. Coming from 30 years in the industry, every day is different, which you either love it or you hate it. So if you're an individual that loves change and loves something, that you get to grow and be a part of and take ownership of, then that's the right fit for you. But like you said, if you want something where you just want to go and do your job and go home, that's not what nonprofit work
Not
is.
at all. Not at all. And the work follows you home.
That's right.
Just a little.
Well, I'm excited. I think it's awesome. I think it's really cool how you said she's kind of building the position as she goes. I'm excited to see like what you guys accomplish together because Susan, you have been a huge inspiration for me just with your background in nonprofit work and at the chamber. I email Susan every other week. I feel like with hey, quick questions. So I really appreciate all of the advice and everything that you've provided for me since I've been here, and I'm excited to see what you guys do together.
Thank you.
I think it'll be awesome. Well, the Bauer Center always has a lot of things going on. So we'll start talking about some of those. The next thing I believe that you have coming up are your youth camps over the summer. So can you tell us a little bit about those?
I'm going to let Lauren take the lead on this because that's actually one of her
program
primary roles and
coordinator.
responsibilities. So let's let her jump in and tell you a little bit about the camps that are coming up.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we have some summer arts camps that are coming up. They're both visual and have visual and performing arts aspects. The first week of camps is starting June 19th, and then the last week of camps is starting the July 24th. So they'll run 8:30 to 1. They're $175 a week, but there are scholarships available, and we highly, highly, highly recommend that people are applying to those because we want to make sure that every student is able to come to the camp, learn new things. If they already have a developed passion in art, we want to make sure that that is nourished and grown. But also, if you think your student would be really interested in like coming and trying the one that I'm really excited about, Step Into Stories, and like you think that they have the creativity or could grow in the creativity of writing their own book, which they will get to do in this camp, then but financially it's just a little bit difficult at the time, apply for the scholarships. So we really, really want to make sure that those kids get in there. The Creatures Above and Below right now is our most popular class. That's June 19th through the 23rd. So students are going to be able to explore the world of animals in the air and underground, and will create arts surrounding the different animals, their habitats, and their movement. It'll include drawing, painting, clay and pottery movement, and a lot more. We're really excited with the instructors that we get to work with. We're really blessed to work with them because they are experts in that field, and they also love to work with kids and are super talented in teaching those kids the different things that they're experts in. And so that one's filling up really fast. So June 19th through the 23rd, Creatures Above and Below. If that's something that would interest your kiddo, go ahead and get registered for that one. June 26th to 30th is Step Into Stories, and that's the one that I'm super excited about. I love creative writing. That's creative storytelling, writing, performing, and illustrating. So not only will they be able to write a story collaboratively with the class, but they will also get to write stories each individually on their own and then learn how to illustrate those stories. So that's really, really cool. And then the big story that they write as a group together will be publicly displayed in the Wharton Garden right next to the Bauer Center behind Town and Kitchen. And it's a storybook walkthrough. And that's really cool. So definitely, if that's something your student is interested in, check that out. July 10th through the 14th is Fabulous Fiber and Yarn Inspirations, which is something new to me. I've never gotten into kind of those different things. So that's experiencing the world of textile arts as you create beautiful things using everything from cloth to yarn, and you learn new skills in weaving, printing on cloth, fabric collage, theater, puppetry, and a lot more. So that one's really cool. I have no talent in knitting, so that would be
and if I can jump in on that one, that one's actually taking place during what we host every other year, which is our biennial National Juried Fiber Arts exhibit. So that will be taking place during that time, and the kids' creations are actually going to be included in the exhibit. So after the end of the week, we'll be hanging their pieces, and it'll kind of be a part of this national exhibit to showcase what the kids locally have learned and what they worked on. So I think that's going to be a lot of fun for them.
That is so freaking sweet.
The next one we have is July 17th through the 21st, and that is From Feathers to Folklore. So we're getting to celebrate and explore the rich culture of the Native Americans and how it influenced the art, drama, and music of European settlers. So we'll do a variety of art activities that will include native face painting, creating face masks, music, folklore, and the rich art of storytelling. So I think that one would be really cool. They'll get to explore tribal identity with spirit animals and creating totem poles, uses of corn from grinding and preparing as foods, And they'll be able to make and sample corn mush, which is interesting. How to create corn husk dolls, combining native Arctic expressions with frontier practicality to create paper quilts and beaded belts, and creating musical instruments from nature, and a whole lot more. And the last week that we have is July 24th through the 28th. That's the Art of Good Health. That's another one that I'm really excited about because I think it's an interesting take on, it's really stepping outside of the art of visual and performing, and we're stepping into culinary art, which is an art form, and different things like that. So explore your creativity while practicing physical, academic, social, and emotional wellness, which I think all students can benefit from for sure. Throughout the week, you will work on art projects and participate in activities to enhance all areas of well-being. The creation of art can help us explore social and emotional wellness and connect us to the world around us. An example of activities will include practices for supporting our emotional health and well-being through yoga, movement, meditation, and fostering mindfulness. Learning the art of fostering positive body images and how to treat our bodies with respect. An introduction to nutrition and the art of food preparation, outdoor activities, exploring nature, and exploring creativity through painting, drawing, and of course, so much more. So that is just a lineup of the camps that we have coming up. Again, they run 8:30 to 100. We have scholarships available. Just check out bowercenter.com. Get your registry.
Bowercenter.org.
Got it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. bowercenter.org, not .com. Check us out and make sure you get your kids registered.
Don't worry. In a couple of weeks, you'll be able to read it backwards in your sleep.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And the registration for all the weeks is open right now?
It is.
Mhm.
Yes.
And nothing is sold out. Could it sell out? You have plenty of space.
Yeah. So the only one that is almost full is the Creatures Above and Below. So if that's something that your kiddo would be interested in, just make sure you step on that one.
Okay.
So.
Gotcha.
Yeah, our class sizes are kind of small, which is nice. So the kids really spend a lot of time together. It's a lot of fun to watch them building the new relationships and making new friends because the kids come from all over, because a lot of our kids that come are visiting their grandparents.
Right.
And so they're coming from
Yeah.
out of state, sometimes out of country. So the kids have a great time meeting new people and learning new cultures and learning about other individuals as well. So, but our space size is small. So our maximum capacity is 30 kids in each camp.
Okay.
So they can fill
Wow.
up fast.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Okay, awesome. All right. Well, another thing, this is what I mentioned earlier that we were talking about before we started recording, but the Bauer Center is bringing back their Art of Pairing fundraiser this August. And Susan, everything that you said before we started recording, just say it all again because it sounded so cool.
Well, I really appreciate it. So right before COVID, we wanted to create an annual event that kind of the Bauer Center would become known for. One that's fun and incorporates art, but also other activities and opportunities for adults to enjoy, and is a annual fundraiser for the Bauer Center. So we created the Art of Pairing, and a few years ago we hosted the first one, and then COVID came around, so we're back to bringing it back. And this year, we called the Art of Pairing, and this year we're pairing tacos and tequila. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We are very fortunate that our presenting sponsor is Abe Loper with Loper Financial. So we're very fortunate for his support. And I do have to mention that other sponsorship levels are available. So if anybody would like to support the event and participate, we have those opportunities. But the evening obviously is going to include tastings of tequila, margaritas, street tacos, and other food favorites. There will be live music. We're going to be doing dancing, and we're also going to have representation. There are 2 salsa groups, one in Lynchburg and one in Roanoke, that are going to be participating, and they're going to be teaching salsa dancing during the evening as well.
Salsa is so fun. Just the interview.
So we're excited about that. There will be opportunities to get involved in actual art making while you're there. 2 ways. One will be that when you register in advance, you can sign up to do what we're calling a collaborative art experience, and guests can sign up as individuals, as pairs. They can sign up with a friend, where during the evening, they're actually going to do what's called a contrasting combination art experience, where we'll provide them with what we call an art prompt. So it might be something like create something that embodies hot and cold, or create something that embodies sweet and salty, or to that effect. And then all of the groups that are participating will be given supplies, and they'll all be similar supplies, but then they will be creating what they think based on the prompt we give them. That will be going on throughout the evening, so guests not participating can walk around and watch these folks doing their creations. And then at the end of the evening, we'll share what they have created, and we'll actually put those up for a fundraising auction online the week following the event. In addition to the event, we also are going to be doing a silent auction. So if anybody also would like to donate anything towards the silent auction, we're always open to gift cards, gift certificates, works of art. It could be items that have been handcrafted or hand created, or our local business owners are more than welcome to donate something from their business as well, and they'll get appropriate recognition. And that's just an additional component to fundraise for the Bauer Center. All of the fundraising from this event goes into our general operations, which can be to support updates and upgrades to the facility, to support our scholarship program, to make sure that everybody has access to the arts. So it's not just for one specific thing, it's supporting us as a whole. So it's lots of fun. We have individual and couple registrations. It is an adult 21 and older event.
Imagine that.
Obviously. But we hope that, people will really get excited about it. And we look forward to bringing this to everyone on August the 19th. It'll take place all throughout the Bauer Center for the Arts from 7 to 10. And we're just excited to bring that event back and continue pairing different things each year, making it fun and exciting so that individuals will continue to come back and participate.
That is so fun.
I've already decided that I have to go. The Art of Pairing, it's first of all an awesome name. And the concept is great too, like changing it every single year.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking forward to this event every year. I hope that other people are too, now that they've heard it.
Right. And we hope that it'll bring new people into the Bauer Center.
Yeah.
A lot of folks are afraid. They feel like that, to come in, that they have to have either had some experience or some relationship to art.
Mhm.
We want anybody to come in. We want them to feel comfortable. We want to expose them to our art exhibits, which go on daily, and they change out every 6 to 8 weeks. So, we're not a museum where we put art up and it stays up, for a long period of time. We do different exhibits and we change them out every 6 to 8 weeks or so because we want to bring people back. Admission to our exhibits is always free. We have a scavenger hunt activity for families and kids with every exhibit so that it gets them involved in actually taking a harder look at the art and looking for specific things in the works of art.
Mhm.
The kids also get to pick a prize out of our treasure chest when they complete it. We're getting ready to start introducing some new free activities actually in the Bauer Center as well that are kid friendly. And one of the things that I'm excited about that I didn't mention to you all is that we're actually going to be unveiling our love sign at the end of June. We are participating in this with the Virginia Tourism. We got a grant through them, so we will be on what they call the Love Trail. And we actually put the opportunity out there to our local high school students to design our love sign for us. And so the art students at Liberty High School created our love sign. They just finished it and we picked it up yesterday. So I'm really excited.
Oh my gosh.
It's really great. We will be having an event and wanted to talk to you all about having a ribbon cutting at the end of June, just in time for the 4th of July holiday. But it will be on the side of our building where individuals will be able to take selfies in front of it and pictures of it. And we hope that it'll bring more people out to the Bauer Center for the Arts as well.
That is so awesome. I was part of the Liberty Art Squad that helped with the one at the Welcome Center. So I'm so excited that Liberty got this again.
Yeah, we were really thrilled, and the students were really fun to. They kept sending us pictures and updates of the work along the way, and they've really been working hard on it this last semester to get it done before the end of the school. But we're really excited to represent our local students and their local art through this sign as well. So
that is awesome. Yeah, I think that the Bauer Center, I've been to the Bauer Center a lot just because I was involved with art just like growing up in Bedford, and that was the place to be.
Right. It still is.
It still is. And I always tell people, because the more I learn about the Bauer Center, the more it kind of like unfolds. Because earlier when you were talking about the camps that aren't just traditional art, like you guys have yoga there, you have Montessori partnerships, like you have a lot of stuff. And it's all like with the idea of community enrichment through the arts, whatever that may be.
Yes.
So it encompasses all. If you're interested in just learning about the Bauer Center, I highly recommend going to their website.
Absolutely. And you can pop in. We're open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 3. Staffing is primarily there Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. So if the hours don't work for you, you're always welcome to call and make a special appointment. But we'd love to give tours, tell a little bit about the history of the building and the Bauer Center itself, which is always fun for folks to learn about how it came about, and then also give them an overview of what all we do.
Well, that is awesome. Is there anything else that you guys would like to mention before we wrap up?
I mean, I can always come up with lots of things. I encourage everybody to. We are extremely busy, and we again want everybody to feel comfortable and have an opportunity to have access to the arts. We encourage them to go to our website because we do share everything on there. You can sign up for our newsletter that goes out once a week that provides updates. We are visual and performing arts, so we have a full concert schedule as well. We take the summer off for a couple of months just because we have summer camps going on, and it's a lot of work to do concerts at the same time. So our next live performance is on August the 26th, and we'll be hosting Kinfolk, which is a Celtic folk duo. So we're really excited about that. They're great, very well known in this region, and they've been traveling actually around the world recently doing some live performances. So it's exciting to have them back locally. So we always have the performance side of it as well. Lastly, too, we do have our free little art library, which is located just outside the side door to the Bauer Center for the Arts on our patio. And if you're familiar with free little libraries, this is very similar, but it's free little art library. So there are free kids art activities. There are free books on arts. And opportunities for anybody to come by and take a piece home or take an activity home and work on it. We also have a little patio area. They can work on it there, or they could take it over into the Wharton Garden and do it at some of their lovely tables and participate in all the activities they have out there as well.
Awesome. Man, this is why we keep asking you questions.
You can always come up with more. And I'm looking at your calendar of events on your website, and it's just full.
Yes.
Every so full.
Pretty much every day there's something going on. So it's a good resource to find everything. I feel like the Bauer Center is kind of like the chamber where you have so much going on and so many different things that are meant for different groups of people.
Absolutely.
That it's hard to sit down and say, here are all 70 things that we're doing.
Right.
So I would definitely encourage you to go to their website. It's bowercenter.org. And you can go to news and events at the top and calendar of events, and you can see everything on there. So that's probably the best way to see everything.
Absolutely. And then, I know with you all probably get the same thing. They'll say, do you have anything you can give me printed? And while we do print flyers and things like that for our special events and camps, it's difficult for us to do an actual printed piece. Other than we can just tell the story or the history of the Bauer Center in an overview. But as far as our events and activities, they're always changing, and we're always adding new things that the minute you print something, it's out of date.
Right.
So we are always encouraging folks to go to the website. But if an individual needs materials or needs assistance with that, they're always more than welcome to stop by the Bauer Center, and our staff will assist them.
Awesome.
Right. That sounds great. And the best way to get in contact with you guys, just stop by or give you a call?
They can give us a call, 540-586-4235. And if they visit our website, they can also see a way to contact us through the website as well.
Cool. I also have one more question.
Sure.
Are you guys in need of volunteers for anything right now?
Oh, good question. Absolutely. We're always in need of volunteers. That is also listed on our website, and there's a volunteer information form if you just want to get more information on the volunteer opportunities. And they range from everything from working actual events or concerts to being what we call a gallery attendant or docent, where you give tours or you work the front desk to greet guests. And then also with all of our activities, events, summer camps, we always need volunteers. And we do have a camp counselor opportunity as well. That's intended for youth ages 16 and older. If they would like to participate and be a counselor during our summer camps, we offer that as well.
Well, awesome. See, this is why I figured I'd ask.
Yeah. Good question.
All right. Well, thank you guys both for coming on this morning. It was nice to meet you, Lauren.
Nice
Welcome
to meet you guys.
to the Bauer Center, and I'm sure we will have you guys back on the podcast soon enough. So,
Great.
And if anyone has any questions about the chamber, just visit our website, bedfordareachamber.com. We also have our calendar of events up with everything that's going on. Reminder to keep a lookout for the Business Expo registration opening tomorrow. And we will be back next Wednesday with another Chamber Vibes podcast.